I'm Robrad78.
And I'm Fidget 1185.
And welcome to our Couples Therapy.
Welcome back to Couples Therapy, where we talk about this, that, and the other thing.
And if you're new to the channel, welcome. Go ahead.
So yeah, stick around till after the video. We got another little clip that we're gonna add of us trying some different flavored Lays.
Yeah. They're, should we tell them a little more or no?
No, leave them in suspense.
Okay. Suspense. But I think you guys will enjoy it. We enjoyed it. So
We did.
You know, we like our snacks. It's about 9 minutes long afterwards, so stick around.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we'll save that for a little bit later. But let's talk about these. So we got some new, to us at least. It doesn't say new on it, but I don't think we've tried them before. But Cherry Cola C4. It'd be funny if there was like a back episode where we did try these.
Well, that's why you said it is new to us and you don't remember.
Right. But Cherry Cola Energy, we're going to try it throughout the podcast. We're sharing a can because we don't need a whole lot of energy.
As of this recording, it's getting on to about 8 o'clock p.m. So, yeah, it didn't make sense for both of us to have one open.
Yeah.
So,
You want to try it first?
yeah. It smells like cherry cola. It smells like pop, actually.
Don't let it fool you. It's got a little extra kick than a pop.
Whoa, it kicked me.
Sweet chin music. Oh, yeah.
It's good.
Kind of tastes like Pepsi. Like a cherry Pepsi.
Right. That's why I said.
More than a cherry Coke.
And
Isn't that weird? Because
Yeah.
like cola, you think Coke, wouldn't you? I guess there's
Yeah.
Pepsi Cola.
Well, and so this has 200 milligrams of caffeine and 0 sugar.
Yep.
So if I were to drink one of these personally, I'd grab one like either from like the store or from our fridge, like as I'm driving into work at like
Early in the morning.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
or like 5:30 a.m. Get me through like that morning, like, oh my god, I don't want to be here. That morning zombie effect, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, lately I been like staying late at work because been doing extra projects and whatnot. So having a little bit of energy right now, like just a few sips here and there, is gonna be great. Just because I wanna still stay, exuberant for this. Is exuberant the right word?
Awake, alive,
Like,
not tired.
I just wanna, show my true self, not be like, dread.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I mean, at least for me, I know a few little sips isn't going to keep me up till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, we met up after work and we got some TJs.
Yeah, I texted him like, hey, you want to meet up after work?
And I know the trick. I was like, you pick the place.
He does that all the time. There's no trick. Like, if he didn't want to eat where we went, it's like, you pick. I don't care.
I'm not picky, though.
But neither am I. So then, you get to pick every so often. I'm tired of picking all the time.
But she says that, but then she makes me pick, like, all the time.
But you don't. I don't care. And then I'm like, okay. Like, sometimes I'm in the mood for McDonald's. I know McDonald's is like the low end of your list.
Yeah,
and it's like, I don't want to make you eat somewhere where you don't necessarily want to eat.
It is what it is.
No, it's not.
Just give me a filet of fish and
no filet of fish. What if you could never have
Big Mac?
What if you could never have a filet of fish or a Big Mac again from McDonald's? Then
hey, there was that one time I tried that like chicken sandwich thing. Remember, it was like a Western chicken sandwich. Wasn't very good. I tried it. It was like, like a chicken patty that's like almost too cooked, or like it's been in the heat lamp for too long.
Kind of stale.
Yeah, just kind of bleh. But I think it was like supposed to be like a spicy chicken too.
Oh.
And then I think it was the last time or the time before, they like screwed up your order because you like specifically asked for something and they just didn't.
Oh, it was. I got like a double quarter pounder or something with bacon,
and there was like no
and I
bacon.
wanted extra pickle, extra onion. And you want to know what I got? A pickle and a few onion. Like,
Yeah, but wasn't there one time you asked for a bacon one and they just gave you like no bacon?
yeah. Oh, so they're two separate. And I mean, yeah, I get mad, but it's not like it's every single time that we go there. I want to say it's kind of like few and far between. Because if it happened like every time, I'd be like, no, I'm never coming here again.
Kind of like our Wendy's experience. It just every time was like horrible. So we're just like, we're done.
Our Wendy's experience was bad.
Like, I've been to better Wendy's, but I don't know. Even when I went out to Wendy's when I was with my buddy, because when I went out and saw my buddy, like we went to Wendy's on the last day before I took off. It was like, it took them like 15 minutes to 20 minutes to get our food. And I'm looking over at all the signs around, because, looking for mottos or whatever. And I'm like, well, it doesn't say this is a fast food place, technically. That's what I told my buddy. I was like, I'm not seeing any mottos about fast. I'm just seeing about fresh.
Well, fresh what? What, are they slaughtering the cow in the back? Like, come on.
Well, isn't Wendy's whole thing like fresh, never frozen?
How's
that work? Like, what does that even mean? Now that I'm like actually thinking about it.
I don't really want to think about it.
You don't preserve it at all, so like it goes from wherever it's been slaughtered, and you hope it makes the clock before somebody.
Well, and then with our Wendy's experience, they were doing a like SpongeBob like theme.
Krabby Patty. It was 25-year.
Oh yeah, it was a 25-year celebration of SpongeBob, and so I think we went like one day before I had to go to work or something, and the person behind the counter, whose job, it wasn't even their job to take the orders. It's like, oh, we can only take 2 orders at a time, blah, 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 blah.
Well, it was their job to take the orders. It wasn't their job to help assist with like, she was like...
Oh, yeah, that she was going, like, she would take like two people's orders.
And then wait until she had served those 2 people to take 2 more.
And it's like, that's not your job. You just take the orders, and then once you get through the line, if they need help, then you go and help.
Yeah, the efficiency, it was off the charts. Bad.
Yeah.
And then the second, because we went there again because we didn't get our full SpongeBob experience because they didn't give us the shake or whatever. Like, there was first off, this Wendy's had no sign that says you had to order them separately. We just assumed that it all came together because it was all advertised together.
Right.
And so then I made sure we got everything. And again, took forever. And like, there was a time I picked up food there for me to come bring it home or whatever. And there was this guy in front of me, and we've talked about this part on the podcast before. I know we did. But there's so many episodes out that like it bears repeating anymore for newer listeners and stuff. But there's this guy in front of me, and he clearly was either still... I hadn't even took my drink yet. He was clearly either still on drugs or had hit him hard enough that it affected the rest of his life, kind of person. But he could hardly form a sentence, kind of guy. And like, he's sitting there messing with his money and kind of looking at both of his cards, knowing that there's no money on either one, kind of situation. Like, you could read his brain because there wasn't a lot of brain cells in there, so you could read what he was thinking, kind of thing. And like, he ordered the most complicated order. Like, I want this, but take out this, but then add this, and then do this. And like, he had like so many substitutes, and then he wanted this also, and he like had like a $40 order. It was like, and I might be exaggerating now, but I remember the old episode. I had the exact thing to a T. But anyways, it was like around $40 his order was. Knowing that this guy doesn't have a lot of money on him, he orders something that complicated, and then it's like, and I'm just like behind him waiting to order, like knowing that like this guy doesn't have the money for it. And so like he takes off to go to his car because he's like, oh, hold on, I got something. And he goes off to his car. I guess he's fishing for money in his car. So he say his order was $40. He'd already paid her like $15, and then he comes back with a 20. So that's only 35, right? She gives him change. Like he paid the rest of his thing. And he hadn't even paid the full amount yet. And she gives him like $5 back or something like that. It's a real young girl, like, and the guy was like, and me being me, I had to step in. I'm like, I think he's trying to say that he probably shouldn't have any money back because he hasn't paid the whole thing yet. And he goes, yeah, like he's pointing at me and yeah.
What he said.
And then the lady's like, oh, really? And he just took off, because why wouldn't you? And I think she gave him a 15 back or something. It was like a ridiculous amount. Yeah. And so she's like, really? And then she's like, I was in like algebra 2 and even I couldn't figure out that math. And I'm just like,
that's not even algebra 2 worthy
that's
math.
like
that's basic.
First grade. Maybe not that early, but pretty close.
Like elementary math.
So I was like, wow. And then I was like, I'm afraid to order my food.
Right.
And then that was when I texted you after that. I was like, we are never going here again. And we haven't since.
No. But anyways.
But yeah.
We digress.
It's not that I don't like Wendy's. Like, I know there's a Wendy's out there that I would probably enjoy the experience. If you guys ever want to sponsor us and give us a tour of your place and be like, see, even our local one, if they're like, see, we've changed our ways, give us a free tour. And it was so bad at one point that I was like, I'm about to hop over this counter and actually like show these people how to work. Like I was like, I could literally do a better job right now.
And I'm not even trained on how to do any of it.
Yeah. Just they needed to be efficient, and they were being the least efficient as possible. There was no management in there. You could tell. Anyways, that's a long rant. Hey, we got 13 minutes. But yeah, that's not exactly what we were here to talk about, but that's what the podcast is for. Sometimes we go off on tangents.
Yep.
So, a little more updates on me about my job. Everything's going well so far. I did have a little bit of nervousness last week because, classes are coming up and whatnot. So I found out that I'm taking online courses, which makes me a little nervous because I ain't going to exactly have somebody there to be like, hey, this is what you got to do. So I feel like I'm being kind of thrown to the wolves a little bit when it comes to the class. But,
I believe in you.
I don't think sorry. I don't think my work would set me up to fail kind of situation. And like I'm not the only one taking the class, so I am going to be taking it by myself. That nobody's going to be in the same room as me. I get my own office for the next 2 weeks. But it's one of those things where I am nervous about it because my boss is like, "Oh, you can have my office for the week because I won't be here that week." And I'm like, "So I won't even have him to fall back on." So lovely. But I guess meet with me next week and we'll see how things are going. I'm not too bad when it comes to computers. I'm pretty quick at figuring things out. So I feel like I'll be all right, but I know it's going to be a lot of learning. But once I'm done, it's going to be a big step for me. So, yep. Um, one thing I wanted to mention also was we're kind of at our wits' end when it comes to some of this WWE situation because WWE is owned by a company called TKO. And TKO is very money hungry. They're not very people hungry. They don't care if they have a crowd. They don't care if they have original fans or long-term fans or anything like that. They just care about having celebrities show up. They care about, their ratings, making sure they still have a TV show, and, dollar bills.
Yep, everything that's pretty much like really not super important.
Everything that does not make the essentials to watch WWE. To the point where even their talent is even getting the sore end of it. So recently, tag team, one of my all-time favorite guys since he'd been in the company in like 2006, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, The New Day was released. But this is the reason they were released. So a year ago, they signed a contract for a 7-figure deal, which was fair for what they do for the company. Because they've been with the company for long stints of years. Every time they show up, they've showed out for the crowd. It's not their fault that they don't book them right or they don't try to write anything for them. They're very talented and they're very over with the crowd. So a year ago they signed a 7-figure deal, and now this year they decided to renegotiate their contract. Not them themselves, but the company wanted to renegotiate their contract and drop their amount, their income to 50%. So they both mutually decided to part ways, but this is the same company that just a couple weeks ago was boasting about how all their executive producers just got a $93 million bonus, not even including what they get paid normally, bonus. So they're all getting bonuses of $93 million, but they can't shell out any of that money to, which would, like, the figures that these guys would have been getting paid would have been like putting a drop of water in the ocean, would have been nothing to them.
Yeah.
And like, here's the thing, like, if you have someone that's very talented and very gifted at their job, and in this job, let's just say it's a TV show, because in a sense that is a TV show. If you have a character that's very important to your storyline, but you have writers that can't write for them, and that character is beloved by a lot of people, and is a big essential part of the show, but these writers just can't figure out where to put them. Do you put the blame on that actor, or do you put the blame on the writers?
Writers.
Exactly. So why are we getting rid of talent when we should be getting rid of writers and putting people in those places? Because I feel like at this point you could put a chimpanzee in the room and he'd do a better job than these writers. It is ridiculous how copy-paste AI storylines are anymore. And even some of these promos coming up, these vignettes now lately, they've been showing us, they are completely AI. Like, it's getting bad. And so I was listening to Stevie Ray's podcast. It wasn't a podcast itself, but they have little videos they make reacting to stuff that go on throughout the week. And Stevie Richards was talking about how the only way that us as fans, us as consumers of this product, because the company, all they care about is us being human ATMs and just giving money no matter what. That's why they put them on different streaming platforms and all that stuff. It's because they don't care that we have to pay all that just to watch them. we already made our step on the PLEs. You know, we don't watch them now because we're not paying more just to watch a PLE. But it's getting to the point where, like he said on his show, as fans, if we want them to change the way they are, a collective whole, we all need to just stop watching the product, stop letting them get any kind of cents and dollars worth of from us.
Stop watching, stop going, stop buying merch.
Yeah, because like, how are they going to learn to get any better or fail as a business? So, I know not a lot of wrestling fans watch our show, but this is not because we don't love WWE. It's because we actually care for WWE, but we're going to be kind of taking a step back from it. It's not, you know, we hate to do that, but it's just, you're going to treat us like human ATMs, and then you're going to also treat your talent like they're not worth something.
Well, and it's like I've said before with, you know, some of these, I get athletes, if you want to call them that, because they are.
Yep.
You know, I just don't get how some of them haven't basically been like given the bird and just and quitting. Like, for example, like Drew McIntyre, LA Knight, just the people who are like the workhorse, and it just like constantly keep getting screwed over.
Yeah.
And like I don't understand like how they can keep going back, knowing
it's never going to pay off. Or people like Chelsea Green, who they told had limited potential, meaning that where she is now, she'll never be a world champion. She just got limited potential. Like, you don't want to hear that.
Why would you even say that?
Especially when she's over.
But so yeah, again though, it's like how, like in those instances, how does she not just be like, okay, well then why am I still doing this? Or do you stay with it to prove to them that, well, screw what you just said, I am better than what you think I am, and try and...
Personally, if I was getting treated that way, I would go to another company and prove them wrong. I wouldn't prove it wrong in their home, because that's just feeding their wallets. I would be like, no, I'm going somewhere else where I can be appreciated.
But, you know, it just... And I might have a slight biased opinion, slight, you know, favoritism here, because, you know, Drew McIntyre is one of my favorite wrestlers, but it's just like...
When he held the belt for that cup of coffee?
But yeah, like, how does he not just be like, well, I'm done? Like, yeah, there have been, like, rumors or storylines of where, like, oh, he's quit, blah, 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 but, you know, it's all storyline. But I'm kind of wondering where his mindset is.
A lot of people think...
And just be like, why do you keep going back? If you know you're just going to keep getting screwed over and over and over again, when do you say enough?
A lot of people think that he might actually be done, because during WrestleMania, after WrestleMania, he said, I'm done. That was his thing that he said. So I'm tired of getting screwed over. And
yeah, but he had said that before, though.
But I don't know where I know he's filming a movie right now, so that's why he's off. And he will be for like 6 weeks, I think. It's crazy how quick they can film a movie nowadays.
Right, but it just, you know, and with LA Knight, I started out not liking him, but then, you know, it's just like the more I watched him, it's like, you know, like, how has he not just basically been like, well, why am I doing this? Because as like Drew, he keeps getting screwed over, and opportunities are just like dangled right in front of him and then pulled away. Like, that's got to be aggravating. And, you know, it's just, you know, it sucks. You know, it's like, not necessarily saying that those two are underdogs, but instead of just, like, as you and I've said before, instead of just giving the same people, no hate on them, by the way, but instead of just giving, like, the same people the same chances, you know, why not give it to someone else? Why not let them have the glory? Why not let them, you know...
have a chance to do a different story.
Yeah. give them a chance at having a title run.
Yeah, and then like we said last week or whatever, they got rid of Kairi Sane, and that was a big kerfuffle. But in recent interviews, I heard that they said something to her about like she only had limited potential too, like she was never gonna be a world champion, stuff like that. It's like, what? You don't want to hear that as.
All right, well, I didn't hear that, but like I heard, and it could just be like a cover up for, this saying that she wanted to go back home.
No, I heard that too, but she did also apparently tweet on her own that I never left, kind of thing. Like she basically put a message that it wasn't my decision. She's like, she would have stuck it out, but she just had mentioned that she was homesick and that she kind of.
So they kind of took that and ran with it. Like that's dumb. Like.
But yeah, we also every time we get on these rants, we like to remind you we are not a WWE podcast. We just
feel very strongly.
Yeah, we're kind of. It's like we're still hung up on our ex kind of situation because like it's a toxic relationship and we don't know if we want to stick around for it or not. To be honest with you.
Maybe we just need some space. Not me and you, but no, you're stuck with me forever. But
it's not gonna be couples therapy anymore.
No, we're kidding.
But
maybe we just give it some time with the wrestling. I don't know.
I feel like now's a good time to put your story in up at the top.
From the top, make it drop.
Nope. Not doing that. So.
Have we done that one yet?
Nope.
Okay.
I was saving it. Sandwich.
Okay. No worries. So, last episode, I had we had a little story time. So, we're going to have another little story time this episode. So, grab your cozy blankets.
Continuation of last story.
And pull up a cozy chair. So,
where's my blanket?
No blankie for you. So, last recording I had talked about meeting his co-worker's wife.
Sure.
And so, if you want to know about that, watch the previous episode. So, as of this recording, it was last week. I want to say maybe Sunday? No.
Saturday, I think.
Yeah, Saturday. Well, we'll say it was Saturday. Anyways. Oh, it could have been. Anyways, and so I'm at work. I'm on my last break of the day, my last 15-minute break, and I see his co-worker's wife, and they were she was at the register paying whatnot, and then she turns and she sees me, like, again, just totally like, oh, hi, like totally like happy to see me and whatnot, and she turns and goes, oh, this is my husband, which husband is his co-worker. And then I was like, oh, like, oh my God, it's so nice to meet you. It's finally nice to put a face to the name.
Yeah, Jim Bob.
Billy Bob. And so, yeah, we got to talking, the three of us, and everything. And I was like, yeah, I heard about those infamous 7 o'clock talks. And his wife basically goes, yeah, just be glad that, like, you don't know what, like, they talk about. And she kind of left it at that. And I'm like, okay. And so then, so they parted ways, like, we parted ways, they left, I continued my break. I text him and I go, yeah, I just met your coworker. And then he replies back, oh man, you met both of them?
Yeah, because to be fair, I haven't met her yet. So, like, she got like I've been in the years been making to meet her yet. I've spoken to her on the phone, but I haven't actually got to meet her. But so she's met both before.
Before the wedding.
And you can see what I mean about him, though. He's like a bright, like, he's kind of the same as her, you know. It's just like, you know, when they talk, they make you feel like you're on cloud nine kind of situation.
Well, and she had also said something like how, I guess it was like the day that he had called you.
Yep.
Like, she could hear like bits and parts of like your guys' conversation, and you know, she said something like yeah, she could hear you say like, oh, my lady this, my lady that, blah blah blah, like about me.
Yeah.
And everything, and just like they can tell just like how happy that like I make you and things like that. And I'm like, oh, guy, it's like, stop it, I'm gonna cry, because it's just like,
Yeah, usually when I talk about you, I just say my lady. I don't like say my fiance or girlfriend. Like back in the day, I never said girlfriend and stuff. I was always like my lady. Because like at my age, like most people either assume we're already married or whatever. And like I've had a few people say wife. How's your wife or whatever? I just say good. You know, like it's really not worth correcting people when you're like this close to the clock anyways. But actually today I made a reference. No, it was yesterday. But a guy at work comes into work. One of the CI techs comes in, and these other two CI techs took last week off. They took Thursday and Friday. And they were back Monday. And we all came in on at 5 o'clock, but this CI tech that came in, he was coming in at 7 o'clock. And he comes in, he's like giving the one guy a hard time. Also a former Marine, by the way. But giving him a hard time about not being there Thursday and Friday and not telling him anything about it. He's like, you don't tell anybody you guys are off and this and that. Just giving him that's what they do up there. They just give each other shit all the time. And I was like, well, I knew about it. I'm in the corner just doing my own thing, and of course, you know me, I like to chime in on things. I like to stir the pot. I was like, I knew about it, and then like all of a sudden, like all the other CI texts were like, yeah, I knew about it too, like whatever. And I was like, maybe you just don't listen. And like he's like the most experienced CI tech, so like he's probably like one of the higher ranked CI techs, and I'm like not even a CI tech, but I'm like being trained to like do stuff with them and whatnot, and I'm over here like busting his chops. And like after I said that, like the Marine guy was like, ooh, like he did that. And then I was expecting him to clap back because like that's when I work best, but he must have known I was on something that day. Like I was good with my comebacks. That he's like, you're probably right. I was like, yeah, my lady says that all the time. She's like you never listen. So like,
okay, well, to be fair, why I say that, he's doing like 700 different things all at the same time, and I'm exaggerating. It's not 700, but
701.
Close enough. And then, you know, I get the yeah, which typically translates to I'm not listening. I'm just giving you the answers that you want so you'll shut up quicker and I can get back to what I'm doing. But I guess somehow through that thick skull of his, it does, some of it seeps in and he remembers. But half the time, no, he doesn't listen.
Yeah. Another thing, today I was talking with the Marine CI tech, and I asked him for this expensive tape. It's like this really thick tape that like basically goes on the ground or whatever, and it actually like stays there kind of thing. It has like a bump in it and stuff, and it's like really sturdy. And we use it for mapping out footprints and whatnot. But anyways, I asked him for this roll of tape, and he's like, how much you want? And I said, well, I'd like to have a couple rolls. He's like, I bet you would. It's really expensive. He's like, I can give you one. I said, I'll take what I can get. And then he comes back upstairs with a roll of that tape, and he's like, you owe me a pop. And I was like, a pop in the chops? Just, and, and again, he's like one of the senior, like, up there CI techs or whatnot. And like he just laughed at it. He's like, and he's really tall, and he, like I said, he's a former Marine. He's a big dude. And I said a pop in the chops, and it like busted him because like I don't think he expected me to say it, but like he's got to get used to my sense of humor, and he just was like, I don't think you can reach me up here, and I was like, you're probably right. Like that's just how I am. Like my first joke will be like, I'm going after you, but then my second joke is like, I'm just kidding because I'm just trying to be funny. And like, if you say something after that, I'm gonna concede and be like, yeah, you got that.
More like testing the waters, kind of seeing like personality, kind of sort of thing.
Yeah, that's
See
what I
if
do.
you can even joke around with them, because I know some people will clap right back, and then like you guys, can.
I did notice that yesterday, as of this recording, the one that I kind of clapped at about maybe not listening, he waited until we were leaving the office because we were in an office, and me and him were walking out at the same time, and he's like, so are you going to fuck some shit up? And I said, yep, like, I don't know if he was expecting me to be like, oh, like, you got me. But I was like, yep, that's my profession. And then he just kind of laughs at it, like, I was like, that's what I do around here. Like, I kind of gave it to him, but at the same time was like, don't bother me none. But right. I don't know if that was his trying to clap back, and then I was just like, yeah, you tried.
Like, good try, bud. You get the participation ribbon.
But the other day, last weekend, we got to see another local place. So 2 weeks ago, I went and saw this soft opening to this Savage Energy, but I went with my mom on that one. And then me and Fidget went to go out to eat one day last weekend because, we just felt like going out and getting some fresh air. Fresh air right into another building. Plus, we had to go and get some grocery shopping. So.
And he was like, well, do you want to eat first so we're not spending, like over $100 on stuff because, oh, this looks good. And I'm like,
6 bags of chips, please.
That's probably a good idea. So.
Which like 90% ends up being snacks.
Because we're hungry.
Right. It's like, this ain't even food. But.
So. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead, continue.
No, so we were deciding where to eat, and we got our usuals. We could go to A&W. We could go to lately we like this breakfast diner, so we had that option. That's a local that we tried that I don't think we really talked about on here yet much. But it's kind of like a all around breakfast or all time breakfast.
Breakfast is served all all day.
Yeah, all day. Breakfast. I can't. I say that.
Well, you know how some places it's like breakfast ends at 11. No, this is quite literally from the time they open till the time they close. If you want an omelet,
yeah,
you can have an omelet.
Some of their stuff, like I want to consider it breakfast stuff because what we got, their special was what was it, chicken. Country fried chicken steak or whatever.
Right. Well, it's not just breakfast, but it's just like the option of if you come in at 3:00 in the afternoon and you want bacon, eggs, and pancakes, you can have
a Waffle House.
Yeah, you can have your bacon, eggs, and pancakes at 3:00 in the afternoon.
Great place, and the amount of food we got there was like a big course meal, and we even got like a sundae for dessert with our meal.
A little bit of ice cream, and she's like, "Oh, what?" Like, I didn't know mine had come with it. And she's like, oh, yeah, yours comes, like, what do you want?
Same thing.
And it's like, what do you got?
What was her options again? I know one was butter pecan.
No, we did talk about it because I remember going butter pecan.
Butter pecan.
And I got chocolate. Did I?
I don't know. I thought you got something like shortcake.
Oh, no, it was like a strawberry, like, shortcake type of ice cream.
Yeah.
Deal.
And I got butter pecan.
So there's that place. So as an so A&W, that little diner was another place, and
Subway.
Subway.
And then the place we ultimately wanted to try, because it was on our list, but we hadn't tried it yet, is there's this local pizzeria Italian place. And it was called Toby's Pizza.
Yes.
And obviously they served more than just pizza, but we're like, we're going to a pizza place. Let's try their pizza. But first, we got appetizer. We like to talk about food at this podcast. What was their appetizer?
Our appetizer was fried pickles.
Mm-hmm.
And how we landed on that is pickles. I mean, I'm always in the mood for a good pickle. And especially if you deep fry it, I mean, you can't really go wrong. So.
And I think, I'm not 100% sure what our pizza was called, but I'm pretty sure it was Italian for 4 meats. Or 4 something. Because, it couldn't...
Quanto something, which...
Yeah.
Well...
I'm a little confused because the only meats on there, if you can... Because, you had Canadian bacon and you had pepperoni. And then it was just mushroom and black olives. They're not considered meats. Is mushrooms considered a meat? I know.
No.
It's a fungus, right?
It's a good tasting fungus.
But, so, it was Cointreau something, which pretty sure uno dos tres Cointreau.
Italian.
That's Spanish.
Italian, dear.
Yeah.
Remember. So. I mean, it was
good.
It was good.
May have made me sick. We don't know. Not sick. Not that place. It could have been something else.
But the service that we had was good.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even halfway done. So we had just gotten water to drink because I didn't really want a pop or anything.
Yeah. It was a hot day, so it was you don't want to be parched and walking in the.
And so we both got water, and then I had do you want lemon in it? Sure, why not?
Absolutely.
And then so I wasn't even I don't even think maybe halfway done with my glass, and she goes, "Oh, I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna refill them for you." Super nice, and I'm like, "Okay."
I probably had taken 2 sips out of mine.
And so obviously appetizer comes first. So we had our fried pickles, and we each got our own little tub of ranch dressing.
Oh, yeah. No sharing.
Nope.
That was good.
Yeah, the ranch was really good too.
I like the breading on the pickles.
Yeah, that was good.
Really good.
Definitely would go back again and
absolutely.
Maybe try different appetizers.
Combo platter. I always like getting a combo platter with appetizers because you get multiple options.
Right, but I was just like,
yeah, let's dip our toes. We haven't been here yet. Let's dip our toes. We dipped our toes.
We dipped our toes in the ranch. No,
yep.
Just kidding.
But yeah, it was good. I'd recommend it. When I say I got sick, I mean it was something that day got me an upset stomach. But it was possibly a salad I ate from home before we went out to eat. It just finally kicked in. It may have, possibly made it past its expiration date or something without me knowing. But it was making me a little upset on the stomach area. Nothing too serious, but...
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then he told me that, then I feel bad because I'm the one who gets his salads for him for the week. And I'm like, I always make sure.
Well, I think it's because I waited until Saturday or whatever, Sunday to eat them. Usually the dates are well past then by then.
Yeah, I look at him, literally will pull out my phone, pull out the calendar and being like, okay, which...
So I didn't work Friday, so I still had one left, and then I didn't eat it until Sunday.
Yeah.
Did we go out to eat on Sunday? Or was it Saturday? I don't remember. Either way, it was one of those days.
I think
it was Saturday.
I think it was.
So it was Saturday. Because I think we just stayed home Sunday. I stayed home, and you obviously went to work. Anyways. And then we also Friday we watched a movie that we've been waiting to see since it came out in theaters. Honestly, I thought maybe we'd go see it in theaters, but we don't have the schedule to go to the movies really. But we got to see Hoppers, the Pixar movie. Apparently, it was made by some of the same people that made Toy Stories.
Yeah.
So
I mean, we won't go into detail, but
no spoilers.
it was a really cute movie.
Definitely recommend.
Yes, definitely recommend.
I honestly want to watch it again.
Yeah. I will say for anybody who has seen like previews or anything, I do love the little lizard.
I saw that blink and I'm like, yep, still recording. Phew, scared. We had a little scaredy.
Yeah. My booty might have went like this a little bit.
It's like, no.
Yeah, I like the little lizard.
Yeah.
He was cute.
Because I just a little. Well, I ain't gonna say it, but
Definitely recommend, especially if you have
absolutely.
kids, like younger kids. Or heck, even if you got big kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say we didn't have any kids when we watched it. We watched it with adults. We watched it the opposite way. We watched it with some old people.
Oh yeah, with your mom and
Yeah, even stepdad was getting into it.
I thought he had fallen asleep.
No, he didn't because he
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 was
reacted to the movie because he was saying something about the mayor in it
Oh, okay.
at one point, and like we all are like, "What'd you just say?" And then he explained that he was talking to the TV. Because like sometimes when he yells, it just all comes out as one word.
Well, I think he was using his thing too to help him breathe better,
Yeah.
so that also tends to jumble up the words a bit. But anyways,
Well, I think as you being the lady of the podcast, last I checked, I think you should be the one to talk about this last subject and just kind of go over it.
so I know as of this recording, we're a little before the holiday, but I would like to say a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there and to all the people who have to step into the role as mother or stepmom, or even the dads who have to take on that role as mom as well. You guys are truly the MVPs and the heroes, and you guys get a lot of much love. So wanted to say that now because the this recording will come out after.
But no, this was recorded before, so technically we were saying it before.
Yes.
But yeah, we just wanted to reiterate that happy Mother's Day. I hope you guys had an amazing weekend. And the thing about Mother's Day is it's never over. Mother's Day is every day. So like, you have to do like there's never an off switch for a mom. They're always gonna have something to do.
Right. And I will say this. I feel like how I feel about like Valentine's Day, you know, I kind of feel the same way about Mother's Day and Father's Day, is the fact of like you should appreciate them every day. Not necessarily going out and buying them like presents every day, because that's just crazy. But I mean, it's just like, you know.
Yeah, and you could say that about a lot of holidays, honestly. Like, I know a lot of people think the same thing about Black History Month. Like, I know black people that actually say that about Black History Month, that say it's kind of a ridiculous month because we shouldn't need a month to celebrate us. We should just acknowledge it. There shouldn't be a divide. You shouldn't know me as a black person. You should know me as a human being. You know what I mean? Like, why does it always have to come back to race, kind of thing? I'm not trying to get into politics or anything like that with that, but at the same time, I get where that comes from too. Like,
Right. And, again, I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll say that, I appreciate my mother to no end, and, just everything she has done for me and still does for me, even
And
though,
will do in the future.
even though she's so far, like, we're so far apart from each other, and,
Oh, yeah.
but love you, Mom.
Woo!
Love you, Mama Fidge.
All right. Well,
Enough of that emotional stuff.
again, we want to remind you to stay tuned because there's some bags of chips going to be eaten.
Oh, boy.
And we had fun. I hope you guys had fun as well. But I think it's time to go, don't you?
Time to skedaddle.
Time to skip to my loo. I was trying to say something in between skedaddle and skip to my loo, I guess.
Skedaddle-loo.
Skip to the loo. Much love. Did I sing last time too?
Yes, you did.
Okay, we're not going to sing this time. We're going to get serious. Much love, guys. And peace. 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 Well, wasabi.
What's up, people?
Nice Stranger Things shirt.
I know, right?
But that's not why we're here.
No.
Tell them why we're here.
We're here because from my work, I picked up 3 different flavors of Lay's wavy potato chips. I guess, like, well, they have to do with FIFA. So,
Soccer.
yes, American
Football.
soccer. American soccer. So this flavor I have is French onion soup.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
For French, Team French.
Oh, jeez. And the second flavor
Is upside down.
is Brazilian style garlic sauce. Go Brazil! Yay!
Yeah, that's my favorite team.
And the third flavor, God, I'm getting attacked by everything, is Argentinian style steak.
For Argentina. She just drops everything. How much have you had to drink tonight?
None. With chimichurri.
Chimichurri. Chim-chim-churru.
Yeah, I'm horrible at this. Sorry. So I want to try this one first, the Argentinian style.
Let's go.
It smells interesting. It almost smells like a sour cream and onion chip.
Give me a couple. First off, I wouldn't call this wavy. I think it's just laves.
That one,
Not all of them are wavy.
yeah. So it's given the appearance of a sour cream and onion.
It's got like
chip.
a little bit of a beef smell to it. Smells great.
Think it?
Oh yeah. I like that. What?
It's not horrible.
No,
Not my
it's pretty good.
favorite, but not horrible.
I'll take it.
It tastes kind of like they probably put some like bouillon
Yeah.
a little bit.
Give me a little more handful of it. Then we gotta decide which team we're on when we have tried all 3.
I think next we'll go with the garlic sauce, the Brazilian style. Huh. So the only one that appears to be wavy is the French onion soup one. Good Lord.
Now Brazil is one of my favorite teams to play as in the games because I like their colors.
It smells like a bag of potato chips, really.
It's got a little bit of limey to it. Okay. Very pungent. Okay. Kind of tastes like, buttered popcorn, like puff things. Kind of tastes like
I don't know about you, but I'm not really getting a whole lot of a garlic taste, but I'm definitely
I
getting
get a bit.
is that lemon or lime? I think that's lemon.
Yeah. Looks
But
like
I'm
a lemon.
definitely getting lemon. So, again, not horrible.
No.
And then last is the French onion soup.
Be Step Papa Brad's favorite.
Because he loves his onions. Doesn't.
Don't have really a smell. Sometimes taking it out of the bag and smell it. Ooh, I got a green chip.
So these are the only ones that are wavy.
Not bad.
Definitely should have probably started with that since those are kind of stronger flavors. I'm almost getting kind of like a Funyun.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know how you would translate a soup into like a chip.
It probably has a little bit of like that bouillon from that also. Give it brothy flavor.
But again, I mean, all three of them are good.
Mm-hmm.
I got them because I thought it would be something fun for us to try. Like, I like these kind of like out there sort of flavors that they come out with every so often.
So, who's the weakest link? Who gets eliminated first on the teams?
Argentina.
Really?
Who would you say?
It's gonna surprise you, but I took out Brazil first. All right. And so now we got the semifinals. For you, it's Brazil and France. And for me, it's France and Argentina. Which one would you say had gotten second? So I got second. So that means wavy, which is the better style of chip, got first for you.
I feel like the French onion soup is like the most like kind of like normal flavor if you really think about it. I mean, they were all good. I mean, now that I've tried them, will I go out of my way to buy them again? Probably not. If anything, well, I take that back. I might get the French onion one again. But not bad.
Definitely not bad. This just unclicked and stopped just now. So we're good.
So,
For me, you gotta try this one more time. For me, I think Argentina wins. Argentina. So, but they're all pretty good to me.
yeah. So, like, if you out of the three, if you had to pick like another like one flavor to eat, would you go with this? Like your favorite one?
Yeah, that's why I said this one for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the garlic one was okay, but like when you ate it, did you taste garlic?
Yeah,
I didn't.
might be your taste thing
Could be.
that we have mentioned before,
If you know, you know.
right?
So
But that's us trying the Lays.
I can't see what I'm.
You gotta aim here, buddy, where the camera is.
Well, I was.
You're too focused on the screen. You gotta focus on where the camera is.
You'd think by now I would get it.
You would. All right. Well, that's it, guys. Delicious. Until next time. Much love And peace.